since I have played in the greenhouse, worked in the greenhouse. And I thought tonight was just as good as any night. I got done with chores a little bit early and realized that it's seed starting season. Even though we're gonna be in the teens again next week, the greenhouse will not be in the teens. And I was gonna come here and thought you might want to work a little bit too. Maybe. You don't have to. Well, hello, white kitty. It's so good to see you. So here we are in the greenhouse. Now, it is it's about 50 and it is gonna get down to 32 tonight, but I had to wait a bit to put blankets on, and horse blankets, and I was like, down. It's gonna be the most non-productive thing to do with my time. Plus, it stayed light past 5 o'clock tonight, so that was like a huge, upgrade. And this came in the mail today, which is a new seed starter, which is pretty cool because it has flexible bottoms for whenever you pop out the seedlings that hopefully do grow. So we're at least gonna fill that tonight. My greenhouse needs an overhaul. I will be the first to admit that I slacked this winter out here. There are plants everywhere, if you want to know the truth. Like, we're holding them strong inside here. I do have oranges. If you were here, I would offer you an orange, which is kind of exciting. I also have some Christmas lights. I'm just kidding. Those are lemon jalapenos. I have some leeks I could offer you, maybe some Swiss chard, a little bit of celery. Can't eat this. Can't eat that at all. I have the most sour fruit that you'll ever put in your mouth in your whole life still. I could offer you that. I could offer you some other oranges that are still not completely ripe yet. I ate all the grapes, I think. Sorry. There's a few figs. There's no cherries yet. I don't see any more limes. Definitely ate those. Some kale. Would you like some kale to eat? I got my grow lights going again. I was kind of excited about that. I was just looking. Okay, I was like, I thought I had another one of these thingies. This one has a bigger thingamajigger. So anyway, welcome to a greenhouse live. Hopefully the first of many. It's about that time. Yeah, so this one's a little bit bigger in the whole section, if you see the difference here. Those will probably be all I get started tonight. Me and White Kitty hanging out here. I bought some new seed starter, and we're just hanging out, I don't have big things to tell you. I mostly was piddling and just wanted to have a Monday, a Monday to unwind together. And it was this or build a row life. And Lester was inside watching TV, and I didn't want to disrupt his video editing and his process. So instead, we're out here getting our hands dirty a little bit. That's White Kitty Avalanche, who's hanging out with us tonight as well. Atwood's this weekend on our date night, because that's what we do. And I picked up some fresh seed starter because even though I have probably about a bag left over there, there's something about the fresh that just feels so nice. And I'll use it all, don't get me wrong. My plan this year is to have the biggest garden yet. And I intend to fill every shelf over there with seedlings this year, and then some, hopefully. I really want to go big. Apparently Lester has claimed an entire section to grow potatoes, which is great. I love that he's going to take his stab at it. I don't think that he meant me. I think he really did mean him, but it's fine. It'll be fine. He says more potatoes, not sweet potatoes, because it turns out they take up way too much space. You know, I got like 3 sweet potatoes out of that whole thing, and it took over half of the dang level of garden. So we're not going to grow sweet potatoes in here. I may try to grow some sweet potatoes like on the ridge, but they were not successful in this garden here. And I still don't know why. Michelle says, I have starter pods, some dirt, and seed this year. That's awesome. There's a full moon tonight, Tammy? I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Maybe that explains my restlessness. Those were not kumquats. I do have a kumquat tree up there. Those are colamondins, which is the round, very similar to kumquats. Kumquats are more oval shaped, and the colamondins are more round. And colamondins are way more sour. It's called the wolf moon. Oh Lord, I can't handle anything crazy. I was coming out here for some peace, to stick my hands in the dirt and share some time with you, and I don't really want anything crazy to happen tonight. No wolf moon, none of that craziness. You know what's crazy? Speaking of crazy, I haven't decided what we're gonna put in here yet in my little growing seed starter things. These are pretty neat though. There's someone here. That weirds me out because it's a delivery driver. I don't want them to come up. Is it weird that I don't want any interaction? And I don't know, we have signs down at the gate that says leave deliveries here. So I'm not real sure what prompted anyone to just traverse up the driveway, but it's a little alarming that they just shut off the vehicle as well. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's UPS. And I feel like I have to whisper because I don't want to interact. Do you ever hide from the delivery person because you don't want to interact? I just realized that I have mascara underneath my eye. That could be dirt. I could have just rubbed more dirt on it. I don't want to talk and say hi. Oh, he slid the door. There he goes. Okay, we can talk again. He left. Okay. Okay. I just don't want, like, I want to hang out with y'all. You know, like, then I feel obligated to, like, help and things. So, last time Kendra and Zane were here, like, over Mother's Day, they helped me to organize my seeds in these really fancy containers. And then I might have found more seeds, or people sent more seeds. I haven't bought any seeds this year. I want you to be so proud of me. I haven't bought any seeds. So that's kind of a big deal because normally I'm like, ooh, I need that. But I got all organized to know what I needed. Okay, these are all, I get why these are here now. These are all peas and things. That's fine. That's totally fine. There's a few tomatoes here I can start. That's what I intended to start tonight was, you know, some tomatoes and maybe some squash. Oh, some squash. We could start that. And we're going to start us some Thorburns Terracotta tomato. Hopefully that's there. Stephanie says, how long do seeds last? Okay, there's a big controversy that says that seeds expire when they say they expire, but I think that if you treat them right and you have them in the right temperature, especially if you freeze them. So I had my seeds frozen, many of them this year. I think that they last a lot longer. I'm not in the mindset of like following the expiration date. I used some last year that were 2 years old, and they sprouted just as good as anything else. So I don't really have a belief in the it's expired, don't use it system. I'm a little bit more daring to try to grow things because I do have a very large seed collection. Can you all hear me? Is it back? Am I back? I'm back. Okay. Yeah. So Big Thicket tried to call me. Of course. The most amazing time. Hello, white kitty. That was stressful because all of a sudden it went black and I was like, ah! Okay. I did not turn on the do not disturb. That was a rookie mistake. Sorry about that. I'm looking through seeds right now. Anyway, what I was saying is I'm not in the mindset of that seeds expire. Use them. Use them to your heart's desire. I know that I have some squash picked out. I know. Ooh, I will do these. These little bitty baby eggplants. No, so Big Thicket was probably calling to tell me that they ran our card to be able to pay for Ivy's bill, is probably what she was calling to tell me. It's okay. I have all of the time in the world to call tomorrow, so it'll be fine. It is about time for me to plant peas in the garden, so that'll be fun. White kitty, please be careful. Sheesh. Oh no. Did you all leave me now? Because now there's no comments. Okay. This is the most stressful live, and it was supposed to be so fun and carefree. Oh my goodness. I'm looking through seeds. If you just joined, we're in the greenhouse and we're hanging out and I'm rambling on while I figure out what the heck that we're going to plant. So this is a Haas seed cool season thing that they sent. Some Swiss chard to plant right now. I do have a few cabbages growing here. I have cauliflower in the garden that's to eat even after the freeze, so that's pretty neat. It's time to grow carrots. All right, we won't do any of that right now. I was looking for something, of course. Ooh, turnips. We'll grow some turnips tonight. The cucamelon. So the cucamelon turned out to be very viney and almost ornamental. The cucamelons themselves, you pretty much just eat right off of the vine, like to the same caliber that my gourds grew. But I don't think that I will probably dive into growing those again. I'm sure that they're going to come back because I let them all fall, and they'll probably be right back. Actually, have you ever eaten kohlrabi? Maybe we try some of that. This is a seed stack that someone sent me. That's zucchini. That's probably not a terrible idea. Sweet peppers. No beans. We don't need to start beans. It's hard when there's no pictures. Grow the cucamelons by the goats. That's a good idea. They would probably really like that. Beets. I like beets a lot. Lettuce. Carrot. Radish. Cabbage, leek. I'm going to end up having to open my box and actually find tomatoes. Jill says kohlrabi and hamaka. I can't say that word. Don't mess with me. Kohlrabi with salt. I can do that. This little basket down here is like it's the catch-all, you know. It's not very organized, sadly. So you're reaping the benefits or the non-benefits of my ramble and my just put it all together. Flowers. I intend to grow a lot more flowers this year. Birdhouse gourds. Ooh, a moon tomato. Don't know what a moon tomato is, but I feel like we should try that tonight. Love in a mist. That is a flower. Blue, pink, and white blooms float over lacy foliage. Direct sow or start early. We shall wait. Okay. Oh, these are from a seed vault. That's what this is. So my starting plan tonight is a few tomatoes, some summer squash. I'll grow some turnips, whatever the heck the moon tomato is. I'll grow a few kohlrabi. We'll see. We'll try that out this year. And then I want to open up another thing of tomatoes really quick here. Oh. My heirloom garden collection. This is not an advertisement for Haas. I purchased these. Sonia says, can you plant this early? So these will go in the greenhouse. They'll be under grow lights, and they'll also have a heat mat underneath of them. I am sure that I have comfrey, Lori. What that is, though, what is comfrey? Okay, in here we have the mortgage lifter tomato. I don't know what that is, but it feels like I should try it. Go ahead and, oh no. I bet you I don't have a marker out here. That's a, wait, let's see if this one works. Still good, it's red, but it's gonna be fine. Okay, all right, so we're just gonna start with the mortgage lifter tomato because it feels like the right thing to do. I did learn a lot about, like last year I tried to plant everything in the bigger containers to start, and I feel like I didn't have nearly as much success, and I learned that it's because roots are trying to establish them. If you give them too much soil for the roots to grow in, that you'll actually have a harder time with the seed sprouting and going up because all of its energy is going into the roots. So if you put it in a smaller container, like this little teal blue one I have, it'll only have a certain amount to grow, and it will force it to sprout instead. Isn't that kind of cool? All right. Yeah, tomatoes are not just to eat tomatoes around here. I use them for salsa, spaghetti sauce, pizza sauce, like a lot of different things, and in a lot of my recipes. And then with having a freeze dryer, I think I will end up getting a lot more variety of use after them. All right, mortgage lifter tomato. I have planted 6 of these. Let me mark my little thingy McDoodle. What does kohlrabi taste like? Yes, BLTs are amazing. This year, I don't intend to plant as much cherry tomatoes. Last year, I had way more cherry tomatoes than anything else, and while they do fabulous, they take up a large space in the garden, and I couldn't use them for the cooking side of things that I wanted to. I mainly grew them initially for the ostriches. Actually, we stopped feeding them because I thought that it was kind of stirring up some acid in them that they just didn't produce as many eggs under them, and so I stopped. I focused more on growing kale for them, and then this year I will grow more kale and steer away from the cherry tomatoes. Okay, that tomato is done. Let's grow some moon tomatoes. The Mandarong moon tomato. Small, pale, tasty fruits grow on stout, disease-tolerant vines. Start indoors. Well, look at us. I know that it's very early and I'm taking a bit of a gamble by starting this soon. They can grow in my greenhouse and I can continue to pot up as long as I need to. I am heating the greenhouse on nights that get below 35. So, and it only keeps it to like 45. So it's not a hot greenhouse like Steph and Buddy's, but it's still doing it. Yes, I remember when I tried to get Lester to try rhubarb pie. He will never try rhubarb pie, and he's missing out. A full howling moon tonight. We're not excited about that at all. Sorry for those that are. I'm not. Just a neat little seed packet. It's like a half size of normal ones, which is fine because it's tomatoes, and they really all are like down here at this part anyway. Kind of neat. And the package, I don't even know what these are, Hudson Valley seeds, come in is like kind of artwork-ish. and has all of the information on the inside of it. It's pretty cool. I love rhubarb pie, and Lester's missing out. That's the best thing that I will tell you. And it's okay, because it's all for me. I'm hoping my rhubarb grows back this year, because this past summer was the first year I planted it here, and I got a huge harvest, like crazy huge harvest. But I don't know if they'll survive the winter here. We'll see. They're supposed to be all right, that's the second row completed. Something about sticking your hands in dirt. I did not get dressed up for this event. Sorry if you're hoping to find some glamour. There's no glamour in the greenhouse tonight. But this is fun. Okay, one more set. Oh wait, that's eggplant. This tomato. We're gonna grow these too. The Thorburns Terracotta tomato. Now these are, see, this doesn't have an expiration. It says sell by 12/31/23. Are y'all still there? I did put a bra on. It'll drop to 32 tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. And even though today got up to 55, it's still, for me, now that the horses are in the routine of blankets, I like them to be warm. And Voodoo and Ivy are the ones that need them the most. And if you put them on one, you have to, for ours, we put them on all of them, just because they get jealous. All right. Tomato. Do you spell tomato with an E or no E when you spell it alone? That is a question, because growing up I spelt it with an E, and now there's no E. There's no E. No E. Spells it with an E. What kind of backwoods stuff did I learn? Potato as well, always had an E. All right, next up, eggplants. A jewel eggplant, which has teeny tiny little baby eggplants. Okay. These are so tiny, it comes in a package. That's something. We're gonna have to get an additional light out here besides my pearl light. That's like my favorite addition to the greenhouse, is that pearl little light. And then in the middle, I actually have this 3-tiered antique plant stand that Mom and I picked up at a garden center on clearance, and it served me well this winter for holding things, but this summer I really want to use it for more seedlings and things, and have things that drape over, that type of thing. Oh boy, these really are tiny, y'all. I want to show you, but I don't think you're gonna be able to see because of how dark it is. Hold on a second. That I just licked my finger to be able to show you, but I had to make it stick, and now there's too many sticking. Let go of me. That teeny tiny little baby thing is a seed. All right, get in there. Get off my finger. So these are some jeweled eggplants. And they are a micro. Let's see what it says about them, because interest and botanical interest and Baker Creek, but botanical interest puts so much information right here. This is a jewel amethyst. Is perfect for containers with a tidy habit that makes harvesting a breeze. Glossy oval purple fruits are best harvested when 3 to 4.5 inches long. Harvest regularly from this prolific plant and keep eggplant on the table throughout the season. Its firm in texture, mild flavor makes this eggplant ideal for roasting, frying, or glazing with a flavorful sauce. See inside packet for our Gao Chuang glazed eggplant recipe. This packet yields approximately 9 plants when started indoors. How cool is that? Now, just because I said that I hadn't ordered any seeds to date did not mean that I wasn't going to order any seeds, just to be clear. There are a few things that worked really well last year. I buy a variety of seeds, and last year a few things worked out really well here, and I'd like to replicate what they were. So that I will not go crazy. I promise you I will not go crazy. This sound keeps going in and out. I'm sorry, y'all. I will figure out our live situation before the next time I go live out here. I promise. And if you have to leave. I don't know what's going on with the sound, and I apologize. We got 2 more rows here, y'all. And it has to be tiny things because my big things are going to be squash. I'm going to, anytime that I open a seed packet, I just go ahead and stick it up in my little basket so that I know that it's open and started already, and that hopefully it helps me remember what the heck I'm doing in my life. Artichoke grows here. Okay, so we had Uriel come help us a couple weeks ago here, and I asked if he would take all of the weed barrier out of my garden because I wanted to replace it with new spacing. And I forgot to mention, like, don't pull out the plants that are in between there, just cut around them. He ripped out my eggplants. It wasn't his fault. But now I have to start over on eggplants, sadly. Sad, sad story. But just another day, another opportunity to try again, basically. There are still 2 in the raised bed garden that are growing, but they're only like this tall. The other ones out here were like 3.5 foot tall, and it would have been like, it would have bloomed this year and given fruit this spring, but it's okay. It's gonna be okay. I'm looking for 2 more things to put into this box, and I think that these are all peas, is what I believe to be true. Give me a second here. Peas and beans in this box. Yep. Don't need those. That box can go right back up top. Oh. Now, people have sent me some really neat things. Like, a lady sent me this really cool container that has all these envelopes to store my seeds in. This as well. I'm hoping this year to be able to capture seeds because, look, she even made little labels for my jam and my jelly. Ooh, peppers is a good idea. Peppers is a great idea. Let's find some peppers. Okay. People have sent me some really neat things, and I can't wait this year to, like, pull this all together and start using it. Oh, hi, Clips. Hi, baby. I'm sorry I'm in your way. Hi. Looky here. There's my sweetie Clips. I know, you're here to eat, not love. I like it when they come to visit me. Happy. All right, let's go with some sweet red peppers. I wonder if you plant green peppers, if they'll eventually turn red or yellow or orange anyway. Does anybody know the answer to that? And it's quite possible it's going in and out, and it's probably my fault. I'm a little bit far away from the internet. I will fix it tomorrow night, I promise. Now, tomorrow night's live, I don't even intend to be here. I intend to be in Plum Grove. So it won't actually be an issue tomorrow night. All right, red peppers. So green peppers will stay green the whole time. And the red, the orange, the yellow all change. But have you noticed that like they sometimes cross-pollinate and will actually turn the other colors on accident? Yes, tomorrow night is carrot cake. And I'm excited about carrot cake. I do have a question. Steph was like, hey, we can do it in the barn. Is it the same if I do it in the barn? Because carrot cake is kind of a thing. Like we all just get in the car, we just sit there and chat it up and people go, and that has become kind of the tradition. Is it the same if we do barn cake? Because Steph's like, we can do it in the barn right here. It can be fine. I don't know. I like, carrot cake is like my thing, you know? Oh my gosh. Y'all, these are turnips. I wish that you could see, look at, oh boy. Do you see how tiny these are? I have to lick my finger again. That is a turnip seed. How tiny that is. Carrot cake in the car or carrot cake in the barn? That's what I need to know. Barn cake we can see, we can sit down, we could probably be warm. But carrot cake is like, it's in the car, you know? Like, it's kind of a thing. Yeah, car. I think so too. I don't know. We'll see what they want to do. It's Bree's birthday, but I started that tradition of carrot cake and like, I kind of like it. All right, that was purple top turnips. And turn up the beat. All right, let's get that in there. That completes our first tray of seeds for the 2025 season. This is so exciting, y'all. All right, I'm gonna move this over here. That's kind of exciting. Hold on. I think carrot cake, barn cake, either way, you're having it someplace unusual, and the main thing is you're all together. It's true. It's true. I will leave it up to the ladies and let them decide. But it would be Steph's barn. It's very convenient. It's beautiful. It has heat. Turns out to be something of importance these days. And I have not asked Bree what kind of cake that she wants, and I forgot last year. I thought that Bree liked confetti cake. I will have to ask her. So the first thing that we're going to plant right now is Max's Gold Squash. This was actually my favorite squash from last year. And I'm only going to plant 4 of these. We only have 16 holes in this tray right here. So I'm only going to do 4 of this brand right now. I will start a few of these or a few squash early, but I do a lot of direct sow as well. Yes, Oreo balls. I have not told Jake about it yet. I don't know what Jake has going on. I'm just looking forward to getting together with, them. We got together at Christmas, that type of thing, but that was like everybody all at once. You don't really get to like talk or have conversations. And the last time that I honestly hung out with Steph and did anything like carrot cake was after we did barn cake and wine after she went to North Carolina and just talked about that. So I'm excited to just get together and have those conversations about life and bring y'all with us as well, of course. I better make that label. Hold on a second here. Max's Gold. Okay. I know that Steph is looking at the seed catalogs in the same way that I'm eyeballing the seed catalog. Steph is much more of a planner. She'll have like an Excel spreadsheet and like her whole garden life all planned out. I am not that cool. I'm more like, hey, this and this and this. And then before you know it, I'm like out of space and I'm like, That's okay. I'll put it in a giant pot and it'll be fine. So next up, this is summer squash, a smooth criminal hybrid. This is the squash that grows straight up, and that you can train to grow vertically. So it'll grow like on a pole, basically, which is kind of cool. If you garden, do you start your seeds inside, or are you like my grandma and just do it all outside and just have the most magic hands ever? This was Smooth Criminal. All right, what else are we growing here? Oh, this is Black Beauty. We're just gonna make this the squash tray, I guess. Well, I got one row I'm not real sure about, actually. A lot of outside and some insides. I'm anxious to have this get started and to know like how we're going to do all this and what's going to be successful and what's not. And as weird as it sounds, it's been a long winter and it hasn't even been a winter. I did a fall garden, but not to the caliber that I wished I would have. We just had so much going on that it was a crazy fall. That's what I'll say. I have kale still growing, broccoli, cauliflower. I have some cabbage and some peppers. But that's about it. I didn't put any carrots in over winter, so I'll do that here probably after the freeze next week. I'll get some carrots started and get my peas started. And well, I still had that, that was just in the raised bed. I didn't do anything in this bed out here after the hurricane wiped everything out, and it just kind of got defeating to be able to keep up with, and on top of everything else, trying to manage all the horses and figure out what we were going to do with the pond and get that grass growing, and grass in the pastures and in the erosion spots became my focus versus like the fun part of gardening. But it's okay. Black Beauty. All right, one more thing, guys. One more thing we're going to grow. We're going to look through, where did that little box of stuff go? What do you do with this squash? Do you eat this? Is this just ornamental? Because it's in my heirloom stuff. I think I may grow a little bit more kale. I do have cauliflower growing. No, we're gonna grow kohlrabi. We're doing it. We're doing it. How do I cook squash? So I like it grilled. Lester likes it just straight up in the microwave. Last year I actually also put it into the freeze dryer and then ground it down to a powder that I add to like spaghetti, just to be able to get extra vegetables into things that no one really knows that I actually add. Kind of funny. Oh, this a kohlrabi seed looks remarkably like a turnip seed. Hold on. See? Remarkably like a turnip seed. I would probably confuse the two of them. We'll get a couple of that growing here. And we're just going to try it out. You can expect many a night in the greenhouse coming up because I like it. You don't have to join. You're not going to miss out on anything big. There's not big events happening here. It's just the greenhouse. I will get something to be able to put this up in front of us and so that you can see and participate in that. I just didn't think that through tonight, so I apologize. Kohlrabi. Okay. That, friends, is our second tray of growing for 2025. Okay. Next up, all I gotta do is water them babies. I'm still here. I haven't left you. I'm just spraying a little water on top. Don't worry. All right. We did it, y'all. White kitty's here. Eclipse is here somewhere as well. They're not getting along so great. But it's okay. It's just because there's food and Mom's here too. But I'm excited. This is the kickoff of the 2025 garden season. And hopefully those sprout. I'll get a little bit of water, more water on them, and I'll get a lid on and we'll have a little humidity dome in there for them. And we'll see what happens. Tomorrow night, don't forget, is Timeout Tuesday. Steph has announced that we will not be wearing bras, and I'm sure that matters to you. But we'll have some car cake, celebrate Bree's birthday, and we'll catch up with y'all. So I'm going to go put on horse blankets, and then I'm going to find myself inside. So thank you for joining me tonight. I love you all so much. It's going to be a good week. Don't let that full moon fool you. It's going to be a good week. I love y'all. Good night.